Well, hello there. Welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer. We may have met before. And this is your numerology for June 2025. So, full disclosure, I've recorded this intro a couple of times. One time, my sound went out and I didn't notice. So now I have the little sound bar right in front of me. So hopefully I won't miss it if my sound completely conks out like it has in the past. Second, my little friend back here, Mouse, yeah, he has disrupted a couple of recordings, but no matter what happens this time, even if he gets in the way, I'm going to soldier on. That's what we're going to do. So let's get to it. June. All right, now I'm going to do the overview of astrology, and it is a very quick snapshot kind of overview. I usually do not cover a lot of the aspects, especially aspects with the moon and Mercury, because they move really fast, right? However, today I am going to cover a few aspects that I think are important, and that's where I'm going to leave that. So we're starting off June. June 6th, we have Venus moving into Taurus. And Venus loves being in Taurus because Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Venus loves being in Taurus. It's a very happy place. I think this is going to be a good time for all. Money-wise and romance. Mostly when it's in Taurus, it's about money. It's about material things. But, it still has that little bit of a connection with love. On the 8th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. But before Mercury moves into Cancer, which is about 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury is going to be conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. So while Mercury is still in Gemini, Mercury is going to be conjunct Jupiter. And that's some good luck, because our planet of communication is conjunct our planet of luck. I love that because, I'm double ruled by Mercury. Yeah, good times. So lots of stuff going on with that. However, Mercury does move into Cancer about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 8th. Then on the 9th, Jupiter decides to jump ship and join Mercury in Cancer. So Jupiter moves into Cancer as well. This is a much happier place for Jupiter. It's not that Gemini was a bad place for Jupiter. It's just that Gemini is opposing the sign that Jupiter rules, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So that's an opposition that usually they're not happy, opposing the sign that they're ruling, these planets. So this is a happier place for Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be in a good space for the next 12 months in Cancer. Now, we have a lot of aspects on this day, a lot of aspects. The ones that are really important is the moon is square Mars, Mercury is square Neptune and Saturn, because Neptune and Saturn are right there together in Aries. Venus is square Pluto. So there are some squares that I just feel like are really important. And nowadays, when things are squaring Saturn, it's squaring Neptune as well. And it's it's kind of a double whammy with those squares in Aries. So just letting you know, and you can take a deep dive with some of these other wonderful, wonderful astrologers on YouTube and Instagram and listen to what they're saying about these squares. Because a lot of times the astrologers will cover them a couple of days before it happens. So that way I'm telling you when it's going to happen and you can go check it out. Okay, on the 11th, we have a full moon in Sagittarius that hits its peak at 3:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love a full moon in Sag. Oh my gosh. Full moon in Sagittarius is just so much fun. It really is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, again, you always want to invite a Sagittarius to your party, right? Yeah. So on the 17th, we have Mars moving into Virgo. It is a good place for Mars. It is very, I mean, this is a very analytical fight. Maybe not one that you want to pick. I'm just saying. So with Mars and Leo, Mars is already fiery. I mean, it rules Aries. And so Mars and Leo is a very fiery, like, you know, we bring fire to the fight, right? Being in Virgo, Mouse, what are you doing? Please don't knock down the camera. I really do love this cat. Mars in Virgo is still going to be a tiny little bit fiery, but it's going to be more analytical, and it's still a bite that stings, let me tell you. But Mars in Virgo is going to want to take things apart and just be like, and you did this in 1987, and you did this in 1992, and this in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the Virgo energy with that fun-filled, like, Mars. So on the 20th, we have the sun moving into Cancer, and we have summer solstice. Oh my gosh, I love summer solstice. It's just an incredible time of the year. On the 25th, we have a new moon in Cancer that hits its peak at 6:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is square Saturn and Neptune. Luckily, it does move really quickly because the moon moves really fast. So it is square Saturn and Neptune. Not like it's not the worst thing, but I'm not loving all these squares with Saturn and Neptune involved. Again, I encourage you to take a look, and I encourage you to look up like the squares in astrology and what's going on, because this is about numerology, and this is just an overview of the astrology of the month, so you can kind of see what's going to happen with your life path number. On the 26th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. So Mercury in Leo is just right out there. Oh my gosh, Mercury in Leo wants to be seen, wants to be like right on top. I mean, you know, this is an Oscar winner right here, Mercury in Leo. So Mercury in Leo is a lot of fun, very talkative, and definitely like right up front wanting to be seen. It's really awesome. So at the end of the month, at the end of June, we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries, Venus and Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer, Mercury in Leo, Mars and South Node in Virgo, Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto's retrograde right now. And we still have North Node in Pisces. So we have 3 planets in fire, 3 plus North Node in, 3 plus South Node in Earth, 1 plus North Node and the Sun in water, and 1 in air. It's very exciting planetary-wise. I know. I really do feel like it's a good month. I mean, I never look at any month as just going, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to be in this. No, because there's good and bad in everything, and there's always a shadow side, right? Right. But if you're prepared for it, it doesn't like pull you into like a sinkhole. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. All right, so for the crystal of the month for June, oh my gosh. So, I looked up a couple of things about this lovely crystal. It is citrine. So excited. And all of the publications and the website that I used to find the information for citrine are listed in my description below. I used the Healing Oracle Crystal Healing Cards by Rachelle Charman, the Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall, and this wonderful website that I found, and I love talking about some of these websites that I found, is Tiny Rituals. So please go check them out. They're pretty awesome. I love finding these places that, you know, talk about these crystals, and it's just fantastic. It's awesome. So go check them out, please. This is citrine, and of course, this is not going to be in focus. Why? Why is this not in focus? I mean, there we go. Thank you, Canon. All right, so this, the card that I pulled is from the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards, Citrine, and it's about abundance. But that's not all. Oh my gosh. So citrine, you can find it in like a sort of milky white color. You can find it really clear, tumbled, rough. You know, they come in all. And really pale orange, like a really light yellow, or a darker orange. And I have examples of all. These are the ones. Okay, let me try that again. The chakras that citrine really, really hits home with is the sacral and the solar plexus. It does work on all chakras, but the sacral and the solar plexus are the biggest ones. It's the number one thing that you want to bring in with those two chakras. And I really, solar plexus is my favorite chakra, so I think we've talked about that before. I do have two examples that have small Herkimer diamonds in them. It's really kind of cool. And I picked up some extra ones because, again, I'm re-recording this because of my little incident. But I picked up some extra ones from a local shop called Heart, Soul, and Art. And these are so pretty. Oh, I can't wait to show them to you. So I'll pull these in just a minute and show them to you on the overhead camera. But some of the places that I read in in the cards and in the book, was that they never need to be cleansed. But I also read it, like, again, and I can't remember which one of these in the website or the publications, the best way to cleanse them is to sit them in the sun or to run them underwater. Now, I typically sit all of my crystals out in the full moon to like clear and cleanse my crystals. However, there are crystals that prefer the sun. There are crystals that prefer just like sitting on like earth. There are crystals that prefer just running underwater to clear them and cleanse them. I don't know if this crystal really does have to be cleansed or not, but I choose to clear and cleanse my crystals because let me tell you something. I get my money's worth out of these crystals. I use the crap out of them all the time. So just letting you know. This particular crystal is an amazing energy clearing stone. It absorbs, transmutes, and grounds negative energy. It attracts abundance, so it's perfect to put in your wealth corner with feng shui. It promotes joy, inner calm. It increases energy, and like if you're working in a creative space and you need to increase your creativity, this is going to be your best friend. Really is. This is a crystal that brings in the joy and magic of life. I mean, it really is associated with the sun. So there's a lot of joy here. This is a great stone for emotional balance. This is perfect stone for the 9-year that we're in for the numerology because it helps us to shift out old patterns of negativity and reverse self-destructive behavior. Thank you, Mouse, for cleaning yourself. Like right here, I'm just going to try to block him. I mean, really, he's going to like take a bath on camera. I told you I was just going to let this go. I mean, it's really so good. This crystal is definitely a fantastic purification crystal on all levels. I mean, it can cleanse all chakras, but it's really, really associated with the sacral and the solar plexus. It assists in manifesting wealth and abundance. It is a super awesome, fantastic crystal. Now, let me move my notes out of the way so I can show you some of these awesome crystals. Okay, sorry, stuff got disconnected. Okay, so these are clear and milky crystals, but these are the citrine that I bought from that lovely store, Heart, Soul, and Art here in Marietta. These are so awesome. Then I have some that like I've had for a long time. This is also another tumbled stone that's, you can see it's more milky, right? But you can see the yellow in it. Here's some that are not as clear, and these aren't tumbled. These are just the rough stones. so pretty. And this is one that has the herkimer in it. I also have another one that has the herkimer in it. Hang on. Oh, yep, right here. And you see how dark this one is? You see the darkness of the citrine? Isn't that just gorgeous? And these are ones that I have sitting on altars in my house and right over here in my wealth corner, you know. But oh, those are so pretty. Here's another one that is sort of, it's not exactly a smoky, but it's a lighter one. I think it is called a smoky citrine. One that has a little bit of a darker citrine in it. Then someone gave me this as a gift, and I keep it beside my bed. It's just a little vial of citrine. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there's all the citrine examples that I have. So you can find it. And I have some jewelry, but I've packed it up because I am going to do a pop-up shop. I do have some jewelry that I think is just fantastic to wear, like really close to the skin. It's awesome. So all of that being said, I'm really excited about June. I am. And before I get into your individual numerology, I will be pulling from for advice cards today, I will be pulling from Moonology, the Oracle cards, and the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. There we go. Thank you, Canon. The Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, those are the cards I will be pulling from today. And as usual, I will be reading from the Moonology book because there's so much information in that booklet that I can't ignore it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful June. And let's stay tuned and see what's going on with your individual life path numbers. Hello, Life Path 9, and welcome to your monthly numerology for June. Okay, I was going to say something else, but you know, I hesitated. And just to let you know, I got wig glue in my eye, and it is like, as the day goes on, it is getting redder and redder, and I'm trying not to itch it. I've had to stop in between like numerology videos and reapply like makeup and stuff. I know, don't come at me for wearing makeup with my eye doing this, but it's okay. I'm gonna go to the doctor. I just want to get these done first, and the doctor's not currently open, so it's all right. I'll go after this. All right, Life Path 9, how is your year going? Because this is your year. We're in a 9 year, and with you in your 9 year, June for you is a 6 month. And yes, I think we talked about this at the beginning of the year, that as we move through here, these months are going to line up with for you this year, the months are going to line up with the actual number of the month. So this is a 6 month for you, 6 vibration. It's also June, so that's 6. Okay, Mouse, I see you. Mouse is a little anxious. Maybe he's upset about my eye as well. I don't know. But let me tell you, a 6 month for you is fantastic. It really is. I mean, we've got summer solstice happening in June. We've got Jupiter moving into Cancer. So it's a lot of good stuff that's happening. Venus moving into Taurus. And I feel like all of these things line up with the vibration of the 6. The vibration of the 6 is very much family and community oriented. The vibration of the 6 likes to have a solid home base, because it's all about family, children, friends, being a counselor, being a teacher. Just what can you do to help people? The 6 is very, very compassionate. It's very generous. That vibration is extremely generous and compassionate. The thing is, for the 6 vibration is to remember to be generous and compassionate to yourself during this time. That's the hiccup. Well, one of them, right? Excuse me. This is also a very creative and artistic time. So I love that. I mean, I really love that. But with Venus and Taurus, even though Venus and Taurus is more geared towards the material side of Venus, it still always holds that component of partnerships with Venus. So that is definitely what's going to be happening when we see you entering into June, is thinking about partnerships, thinking about marriage. Whether you're already in a marriage or you're thinking about diving in, it's going to be like foremost in your mind. This is also a fantastic time for you to show people how to mutually love and respect their fellow man, their community, nature. It's a fantastic time. So the mantra of the 6 is, I'm compassionate and generous, inspiring mutual love, respect, and truth. Well, that's awesome. That is absolutely amazing. It truly is fantastic. The lesson of the 6 is to be patient and accepting, and to speak the truth without judgment for, or a desire for, a specific outcome. So when I say without judgment, I mean without judgment for others or yourself. I mean, if you feel, what is going on here? If you feel like a certain way, if you feel like some of the lower vibrational energies, if you feel envious or jealous or something, feel that feeling. Don't try to sweep it under the rug. Feel that feeling, acknowledge it, but then move on, move out of it, and recognize that there's plenty for everyone. There really is. Whether it's ideas or partnerships, whatever, there's plenty for everyone. And yes, including money. So some of the shadow sides of the 6, the biggest one being learning to feel alone without being lonely. Sometimes it's good to have that alone time to be able to reset, and not all of us handle that well, okay? Not all of us handle that alone time really well. We get lonely and we need people around us. But the thing is, again, it's a cycle, and you are all about cycles, Life Path 9. You're all about cycles and understanding that one has to end in order for something else to begin. So having that period of being alone doesn't mean that it has to be forever, right? It's just a cycle. It's just a different part of it. So just understand that you may be feeling some of that this month. You may also be wanting to take on extra responsibility, and maybe, again, the shadow side of the 6 is taking on responsibility and judging people because you're accepting some of their responsibilities. That's not exactly what we need to be focusing on. But again, it can bring about a lot of skepticism. And when we're skeptical, that means we feel like people aren't telling us the truth. Yeah, keep that in mind. Okay. So just to remind you of your mantra, Life Path 9, I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure that my cats aren't like cleaning each other or cleaning themselves or each other or whatever, like, behind me. Sorry. I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. That is such a wonderful thing, being in a 9-year. It really is, because this is about changes that are bringing about a difference in our life's purpose. That is completely what you are all about. A phase change to fulfill your life's purpose. A completion of a cycle, transition, releasing. And I think that, like, coming into a 6th month where we have all these wonderful things happening with Jupiter moving, Venus is in its home in Taurus, one of its homes, and also summer solstice. I think that there's just a lot of wonderful things happening for you, and it's really about active. It's really about creativity, and it is about some new things flowing into you. I love it. I really do. I'm excited. I'm excited. Just a little reminder what your lesson is, which is to recognize patterns and let them go when they are no longer serving their purpose, which is challenging for a lot of us. I mean, I don't like doing that, but we're in a 9 year, so I'm trying to embrace it. But your shadow side is fear of change and fighting change. And when you're feeling that fear of change or trying to fight change, it makes you impulsive and moody. So let's watch our finances, let's watch our family, and let's enjoy this ride. Yeah. All right, let's see what the cards have for you, Life Path 9. See what advice cards we get. Did they move my camera again? The cats have been going a little stir crazy today. I don't know what's happening. I mean, aside from me getting wig glue in my eye, I mean, how does that affect them? But they've been going a little stir crazy today. So they keep messing around with my camera, my equipment. Yeah. A couple of times today I have filmed or thought that I was recording a show when I had not hit record. Yeah. I love them. Ooh, Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. I don't know what Mercury is doing. Did you press a button? I want to go over that again. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Wow. Okay. Life Path 9, I like this for you. I really do. And you know, the part of the sixth vibration of speaking your truth, you really do need to pay attention to what Mercury's doing this month, because that is our planet of communication. And luckily, it is not retrograde. Can I get a hallelujah there? But it is, Mercury is skipping around a lot, right? Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Can you guys hear that? All right. Oh, this is good. Full moon in Cancer. Oh my gosh, we have a new moon in Cancer this month. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And a personal issue reaches resolution. Love that. Love that. Okay, full moon in Virgo, Leo, Cancer. Here we go. Here we go. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. Yeah, it is. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your questions. Feelings around now. Yeah, that's right. That's what it says. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. Oh, okay, I like that. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests that both a domestic matter or a private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Well, I dig it. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 9. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful June. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.